You've been starting your mornings the same way for years now. Maybe it's with a warm cup of coffee, maybe skipping breakfast altogether, or maybe just going through the motions without giving it much thought. And that's perfectly okay. We all find comfort in routine. But what if I gently told you that some of those everyday habits, the ones that feel so ordinary, might be quietly working against your energy, your mood, and even your health, especially now that you're in your golden years? This isn't just another checklist of health tips that'll be forgotten by tomorrow. Think of this as a gentle, heartfelt chat, one meant to truly help. Because after 60, your body doesn't shout its needs anymore, it whispers. A small ache, a little fog in your head, feeling just a bit more tired than usual. And if we don't listen to these whispers today, they might one day grow into something louder. So let's walk through 6 morning habits that many older women do every day, habits that doctors quietly hope you'll reconsider. Not to make your life harder, but to help you feel better, clearer, and more grounded. And most importantly, I'll show you small, loving changes you can make instead. Changes that can gently shift your mornings towards something more energizing and peaceful. Because here's something we often forget. Your morning isn't just the start of your day. It's the base, the anchor. The way you treat yourself in those first quiet moments can shape how your whole day feels, how you think, how you move, and how much strength you carry forward. Let's begin with the first habit, skipping water in the morning. Here's a question worth asking. What's the first thing you put into your body after waking up? For a lot of women, the answer is a warm cup of coffee or tea. And I understand why. That familiar mug feels like a cozy hug, a pause before the day begins. But there's something your body needs even more than that caffeine fix. If you're not drinking a full glass of water first thing, your body starts the day already behind. Think about it. You go 7 or 8 hours of sleep, not taking in any fluids. That's a long time. Your body becomes mildly dehydrated, whether you feel thirsty or not. And as we age, that thirst cue becomes less reliable. So even if you're not craving water, your cells are. What does that mean for you? Dehydration after 60 can lead to things like morning headaches, brain fog, constipation, dry skin, and even more aches in your joints. One study even found that slight dehydration can affect memory, balance, and clear thinking in older adults. And yet, many women never connect these symptoms to something as simple as skipping water. And here's something doctors don't always mention. Drinking coffee before water can actually make things worse. Coffee is a diuretic, meaning it tells your body to release even more water. So you're starting the day with less fluid, and then losing more right after. But here's the beautiful part. This is one of the simplest habits to shift. Just 1 glass of water in the morning, somewhere between 8 to 12 ounces, can do wonders. It helps flush out waste, get your digestion moving, and naturally boost your energy. Many women notice clearer thinking within 30 minutes of doing this regularly. Want to take it a step further? Add a slice of lemon for digestion or a pinch of sea salt for minerals, especially helpful if you experience leg cramps or fatigue. Here's a little trick to make it easier. Place a glass of water on your nightstand before bed. That way, it's right there waiting for you. No thinking, no waiting, just drink. Let that be your first gift to yourself every day. Before the phone, before the to-do list, before anything else. Hydration doesn't need to be trendy or perfect. It's a quiet, caring gesture, a small act of love that tells your body, I'm here for you. And over time, it can lead to fewer aches, clearer thoughts, and a gentler start to every single day. Now, let's talk about the second habit, checking your phone right after waking up. Can I ask you something? What's the first thing you do once your eyes open? For many of us, the answer is simple. We grab the phone. Even before we sit up, we're scrolling. Texts, emails, news, maybe even social media. It feels harmless, even productive. But here's the quiet truth. This one habit could be stealing your peace without you even knowing it. See, when we wake, our brains are in a delicate state. That soft transition from sleep to alertness is called the alpha state, a deeply absorbent time when your mind is open, sensitive, and your nervous system still fragile. Now picture this. The first thing you see is a disturbing headline, a message filled with tension, or something that stirs old emotions. Your body responds before you're even fully aware. Your heart speeds up. Your stress hormones spike. And just like that, your calm morning turns into one of tension and overload. Doctors are noticing a rise in older women reporting sleep trouble, morning anxiety, unexplained sadness. And one thing many of them have in common? They check their phones first thing in the morning. Here's something worth reflecting on. Your phone holds other people's voices, their stress, their schedules, their opinions. If you open your day with that, you give your peace away before even greeting yourself. But imagine this instead. The first few minutes of your day are just yours. A sacred 15-minute window with no screens, no alerts, no distractions. Just you, breathing, stretching, sipping your water, maybe gazing out a window or sitting in quiet. You'll be surprised how different your whole day feels when you begin it in stillness, not stimulation. You get to decide what energy enters your world. You choose what stays and what waits. Your mornings belong to you. Not the inbox. Not the headlines. Not the latest post. Especially in this beautiful season of life, your time and your peace are treasures. Now, let's move to habit 3, skipping protein in your breakfast. Let's talk about your first meal of the day, or maybe the lack of it. So many women say, "I'm just not hungry," or "I'll just have toast and coffee." And for years, that might have been enough. But once you pass 60, your body starts asking for more, especially when it comes to protein. Protein isn't just for muscle. It supports your bones, your brain, your immune system, and your overall energy. And as we age, we start losing muscle naturally, a condition called sarcopenia. This can lead to feeling weaker, moving slower, or even facing a higher risk of falling. But here's the good news. This isn't set in stone. It can be slowed or even reversed. And one of the best ways to help? Start the day with a little protein. Why the morning? Because your body has been in a fasting state overnight. Your muscles are ready, like dry sponges, waiting to soak up nutrition. Giving yourself 20 grams of protein in the morning helps fuel metabolism, steady your blood sugar, and keep your body strong. And it's not hard to do. 2 eggs with some spinach and cheese. Greek yogurt with berries, and a spoon of chia seeds. A smoothie with protein powder, almond milk, fruit, and nut butter. Even leftovers from last night, grilled chicken or tofu, can be perfect. If you want something even simpler, stir collagen peptides into your tea or coffee. No taste, no effort, just protein. This isn't about being strict. It's about nourishing yourself, giving your body what it quietly needs to stay steady, vibrant, and energized. You've spent your life taking care of others. Now, this one small act, a mindful breakfast, is a way to care for yourself. Let's talk about the 4th habit, negative self-talk in the mirror. This one's tender. It's quiet. And yet, it might be the most powerful habit of all. What do you say to yourself when you see your reflection first thing in the morning? For many women, especially after 60, those first few moments in the mirror come with a sigh, a wince, maybe even a little joke about wrinkles or looking tired. Sometimes it's just a thought. What happened to me? It happens so fast, we barely notice. But over time, those silent whispers add up. They settle into the way we carry ourselves, the way we feel about who we are becoming. But here's the truth most people never say out loud. Your body tells a story. A breathtaking, powerful story of everything you've lived through. Every laugh, every heartbreak, every time you put someone else first. Every single line is a mark of your courage. Those aren't flaws, they're proof. Proof that you've loved, that you've endured, that you've survived things no one else even knows about. Yet, when we look in the mirror, we don't always see strength. We see the past. We compare ourselves to photos, to younger faces, to people who haven't walked our path. And we speak to ourselves in ways we'd never speak to a friend. That has to change. Because your words, especially the ones you say when no one's listening, shape your energy. And beginning the day with self-criticism, even quietly, dulls your light before it even rises. So what can you do instead? Start with simple awareness. Tomorrow morning, when you stand in front of that mirror, just notice. What are the first words or thoughts that come to you? Are they kind? Are they gentle? Then, try replacing them.
Softly.
Even silently.
Say something like,
Thank you, body, for carrying me. I am still here. I am still growing. These lines? They mean I've laughed. They mean I've lived. Or take a small sticky note. Write a morning message to yourself. Something true. Something kind. Tape it to the mirror. Let it be the first voice you hear. Not the world's voice. Yours. This isn't about pretending to love everything. It's about choosing compassion instead of criticism. About seeing the woman in the mirror. Really seeing her and saying, you're still. Let's talk about the fourth habit, negative self-talk in the mirror. This one's tender. It's quiet. And yet, it might be the most powerful habit of all. What do you say to yourself when you see your reflection first thing in the morning? For many women, especially after 60, those first few moments in the mirror come with a sigh. A wince. Maybe even a little joke about wrinkles or looking tired. Sometimes it's just a thought. What happened to me? It happens so fast, we barely notice. But over time, those silent whispers add up. They settle into the way we carry ourselves, the way we feel about who we are becoming. But here's the truth most people never say out loud. Your body tells a story. A breathtaking, powerful story of everything you've lived through. Every laugh, every heartbreak, every time you put someone else first. Every single line is a mark of your courage. Those aren't flaws, they're proof. Proof that you've loved, that you've endured, that you've survived things no one else even knows about. Yet, when we look in the mirror, we don't always see strength. We see the past. We compare ourselves to photos, to younger faces, to people who haven't walked our path. And we speak to ourselves in ways we'd never speak to a friend. That has to change. Because your words, especially the ones you say when no one's listening, shape your energy. And beginning the day with self-criticism, even quietly, dulls your light before it even rises. So, what can you do instead? Start with simple awareness. Tomorrow morning, when you stand in front of that mirror, just notice. What are the first words or thoughts that come to you? Are they kind? Are they gentle? Then try replacing them. Softly. Even silently. Say something like, Thank you, body, for carrying me. I am still here. I am still growing. These lines?
They mean I've laughed. They mean I've lived.
Or take a small sticky note. Write a morning message to yourself. Something true. Something kind. Tape it to the mirror. Let it be the first voice you hear. Not the world's voice. Yours. This isn't about pretending to love everything. It's about choosing compassion instead of criticism. About seeing the woman in the mirror. Really seeing her and saying, you're still beautiful. You're still strong. You still matter. Now, let's move to habit 5, sitting too long after waking up. Let's be honest, mornings can feel stiff. After a night of rest, it makes sense to want to move slowly. Maybe sit with your coffee, ease into the day. There's nothing wrong with calm mornings. In fact, they're beautiful. But if sitting is the only thing you do for the first 30 minutes or more, your body might start pushing back. After 60, movement isn't just helpful. It's vital. When you stay still too long, your circulation stays sluggish. Muscles tighten. Joints get stiff. Your brain doesn't get the full wake-up call it needs. And over time, that quiet habit of sitting too long can show up as slower walking, more imbalance, less strength, and even mood swings or brain fog. Doctors are seeing it more and more. Older adults who sit too much in the morning often feel low, mentally foggy, or emotionally flat during the day. But the fix? It's wonderfully simple. You don't need fancy workouts. Just a few minutes of loving movement. 5 to 10 minutes can change everything. Think of it as a gentle hello to your body. A sign that says, we're alive and we're moving.
Here's how.
Reach up. Stretch your arms high. Roll your shoulders. Forward and back. March gently in place while breathing. Do little leg swings or rotate your ankles. Walk to the window. Let the light touch your skin. Step outside barefoot and feel the ground. Play your favorite soft song and sway with it. This isn't about burning calories. It's about waking up the systems inside you. Your heart, your lungs,
Your brain.
All still working. All still worthy of movement. Tomorrow morning, just take a few steps before settling back into the chair. Tell your body, I see you. I trust you. I'm with you. And feel how those few simple minutes ripple through the rest of your day. Finally, let's talk about habit 6, skipping over quiet spiritual moments. Take a deep breath with me. Not a quick one. Not one while thinking about your to-do list. A full, steady breath. Because tucked in those early morning minutes, before the noise starts, before anyone needs you, there's a sacred space. And too often we walk right past it. We jump from sleep to screen, from bed to busy. And we forget to return to ourselves, to our spirit. For many women, especially after 60, spirituality isn't just about faith anymore. It's about peace, stillness, a reminder that beneath all the doing, all the roles, there's a soul that's still awake, still vibrant, still needing to be held. But life pulls us outward. Emails, calls, loved ones. And that sacred moment disappears before we know it was even there. And over time, that absence adds up. We feel scattered, restless, unsettled without knowing why. Days start to feel like a list instead of a life. But here's the beautiful truth. You don't need a whole hour. You don't need candles or silence. You don't even need to call it spiritual if that word doesn't fit. All you need is a few quiet moments that belong just to you. Here are some gentle ways to begin. Sit for 5 minutes with your hands over your heart. Say thank you for the day, even if it's whispered. Read one sentence that lifts your spirit, a quote, a line from a book, a verse. Write down one thing you're grateful for. Just one. Step outside. Feel the wind or the sun on your skin. And simply breathe. You're not doing it to be perfect. You're doing it to be present. Over time, this small habit can lower your blood pressure, calm your nervous system, and steady your whole day. It reconnects you to the deepest part of who you are, the part that's wise, whole, still very much alive. You've earned your mornings. Let them be more than a routine. Let them be meaningful. You've just taken a gentle journey through 6 everyday habits. Habits that may have seemed small, almost invisible, but carry a quiet influence on how you feel each day. Your energy, your clarity, your mood, even the way you see yourself. And maybe, as you listened, some of those habits sounded familiar. Maybe you recognized a piece of yourself, reaching for coffee before water, scrolling before you've even said good morning to your body, skipping breakfast, or skipping kindness. But here's what matters most. You haven't missed your chance. It's not too late. Not too late to try something new. Not too late to feel a little stronger, a little brighter, a little more grounded. Not because you need to fix anything. Not because you've done something wrong. But because you deserve to feel better. You deserve a morning that feels soft, loving, and full of life, not one that drains you before the day even begins. The world doesn't always see the strength of women over 60. But here, we do. We see the wisdom. We hear the stories. We honor the softness and the grit. And we create a space where your well-being is not only valued, it's protected. So tomorrow, when you wake up, give yourself one small gift. Drink the water. Stretch. Say something kind. Eat something nourishing. Move your body. Sit in stillness. Even if it's just one of those things, it counts. It matters. Because real change doesn't begin with big, dramatic gestures. It begins in the quiet, in the soft choices made when no one's looking, in the way you speak to yourself, in how you begin each day, again and again, with care. You are not too old. You are not too late. And this chapter of your life can be the most empowered one yet. If this message touched something inside you, I hope you'll share it with another woman who needs it. You never know whose morning you might help reshape. And if you're looking for more kindness, more clarity, more heart, you're always welcome here. This space is yours, too. Take good care of yourself. And remember, your mornings matter. And so do you.